how to take your Skills USA materials, your button, your banner, and your t-shirt, and put it all into the template. So first thing you want to do, double click on the Graphic Arts 1 server, go into Templates, Skills USA, and you want the Skills USA brand AIT. And you want to double click on it. When it opens up, if you are missing any of your tools, your layers, or your swatches, you want to get that open. And I'm just going to do this to full size. So this is your template. I'm going to go under Windows and I'm going to get my tools up. I'm also going to go under Windows and I'm going to get my layers. You need to work in layers. So first, when you look at your layers, top one, no print layer. Don't go there. Next one, click on name and then use your type tool and put your name here. So I'm going to make it larger so I can read it. So if I click on your name here, it should be, oh, I want to go under unlock all. There we go. Click on, with the type tool, your name here and put down your name. I'm going to do Izzy's. And then here's your email. So you can use your school email. Once you finish with your email, lock that layer on the name layer. And we're going to first start at the banner layer. So click on the banner layer and unlock it. I did Apple 0 to make it the full size. Then you want to go in your folder and open up all your t-shirt, banner, and pin. So I'm going to go under mine, which is under, I'm just going to highlight all three and drag them into Illustrator because they should be made in Illustrator. Okay, first one I'm going to start with is the banner. I'm going to use the selection tool. I'm going to select all, Apple A. I'm going to group it, Apple G, and then I'm going to copy it, Apple C. Then go to my template, go all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to paste it in, Apple V. And it should fit perfectly within that box. So once you get your banner in there, lock your banner layer. Next one I'm going to do is your t-shirt layer. Or actually, I'll just start with the pin. Pin layer. So I'm done with banner. I open the button or the pin. I'm going to do select all, Apple A, copy, Apple C, or Apple G group, and then Apple C copy. Now I go over here and I'm going to unlock the pin layer, select the pin layer, paste it in, Apple V. Now as you can see, it fits, but we want to make sure the button is above it. So I'm going to click on this circle. I'm going to Apple C, copy it, and then Apple F, paste it in front. And then I'm going to right click on it, arrange, and I'm going to bring to front. I'm going to lock that one. So I'm going to do Apple 2. That locks it. I'm going to click on the other circle behind it, arrange, and bring to front. So now I want to click on this and make sure it fills the whole circle. And then I'm going to click on my design, click on the circle, and do Apple 7, and that makes a clipping mask. So now there's my Apple Z. I missed it on one side. I made it too small, so I'm going to click on my design, hold the Shift key, and make it larger. Okay. So now I can do Apple 7 again, fit it in there. Alright, I've got one, but the actual size is what's going to be in here. So I'm going to shrink this down. To shrink it down, I'm going to use the scale tool. I click on with the option in the center of this, and I think it's 75%, but we'll see. Nope, it's more than that. So I want to get it down to this size, which let's try 50%. And it's probably going to be 25%. Alright, let's try 30%. That looks about it. We'll have to see. I'm going to hit copy. And then I'm going to bring it up to here. Okay, so it's not perfect. So I'm going to hold the Shift key and I'm going to drag it. That way it keeps it proportionate to the actual size. So it's probably 35%. So now I've got my button, this and this. Now, let's try that again. We'll click on this. Option click with the scale tool. Now you got to make sure the scale corner and scale strokes on there. So I'm going to say it's 35% and copy it and see if that's the correct percentage. Almost. Probably like 32. Alright, so I've got the pin done, or the button done. So on the next one, I'm going to click on the t-shirt layer. Do Apple 0, goes back to full screen. Click on my t-shirt. Select it. Remember, it's got to be 2 colors at least. So I grouped it, Apple G, and copied it. Now I go to the template and paste it in. It's got to fit into this area right here. So I can make it a little bigger. Now the 2 colors she's using for this design is black and red. So our next thing is to change the shirt colors. So on shirt ink colors, unlock the layer. One of the colors is black. So it's just solid black. So I'm just going to fill this with black. And then I'm going to put down here, use the type tool. I'm going to go 100%. Now for this one, it's going to be red. So I'm going to use the eyedropper tool. Go to the red and click on red. So it's going to make it red, but I don't know what it is on CMYK. So if I go under Windows to color, it shows that it's cyan, magenta, and yellow. Now I'm going to change it, 0 cyan, and just make it 100% magenta and 100% yellow, and that's 100% red. Okay, so that would be what the color that would be. So I'm going to change the magenta 100% and yellow 100%. And then we'll put 0 for cyan and 0 for black. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put 0, 0, 0. So my colors are red and black. They could probably make that into a Pantone color, but I haven't done that. Now our last thing to do is we're going to take the shirt, the design for the shirt, and we're going to put it onto shirts. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and call this Brand Challenge. And then put Izzy Whitney, IW. Okay. Now to do these shirts, you're going to have to open up Photoshop. And then if you double click, we'll go through this and we'll show you how to do it. So what you want to do is under the Graphic Arts 1 server, under templates, under Skills USA Brand Challenge, there is a t-shirt mockup. You want to hold the Option key and drag that into you want to hold the Option key and drag that into your folder. Okay, so I dragged it a few times. We just don't want to do that many. It's still under here. You want to keep this one, and then you're going to double click on the Skills USA mockup. Now it's going to open up in Photoshop. This is the fun part. You are going to click and paste your design on this layer. So again, when you open up Photoshop, it actually gives you a t-shirt to put it on. If you go under Windows, you can find your layers and your tools. So I'm going to go File, Open, and then under my name, under Skills USA Challenge, I don't want to open up the full template, I just want the t-shirt one. And then when I open it up, I want to make sure that the mode is RGB, and I'm going to constrain proportions. I think 72 will work. We'll find out, and hit OK. It's going to open up. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go to the t-shirt layer, click on the layer, paste your artwork here, and paste it in. It should paste in my artwork on this layer. Why is it moving it? I want to be on that layer and move it to where you want it to go. I don't know why those keep moving, but I want, alright. We want this layer. and it's not letting me. Why is it doing that? I want to make sure it's locked. Okay, there we go. Maybe I'll lock that layer for you guys so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to put it on here. Usually a design goes 5 inches from the top, so you want to be at least this far from the top. Now it's not big enough, so I'm going to scale it. So I'm going to go under Edit, Transform, Scale. Hold the Shift key when you scale, and you want to scale your design a little bigger, and double click on it. So there's my design on a white shirt. I think it's fine on white, but there's also colors that you can add to it. So there are different color shirts you may choose from. Now it's got black and red as your two colors, so I probably am not going to use black or dark color or any red colors. So colors that it might look good on would be a gray. So if I go down, let's see, I used, let's try silver for my shirt. So we're going to turn it on. Now what she didn't do, she's got white in her design. So I have to go back to my paste and artwork here. I go to the fourth one down and I find the magic wand tool. I'm going to select the white, select similar, and then just delete. And then do Apple D for deselect. Now I can actually see the design with no white, what it will look like on a gray shirt. And maybe I want a gray heather, so it's more like a sports gray. I like that one, so I'm going to go File, Save, File, Save As, and I want to change it to JPEG, and I'm going to say Skills USA t-shirt mockup. We'll just call it 1 Izzy. So I can take this off. We already know it's my t-shirt mockup. And then save it in the folder. So that's one of the colors. You get to choose 2 color shirts. So I'm going to turn off the gray and let's see what other color we would like it to be. So I turned off the silver color. And keep in mind, guys and girls are going to be using this or wearing this. So let's see what it looks like with blue. I can do that, or I can do a royal blue. Oh, I don't like the royal blue. But I do like the heather blue. I think the blue, let's see about making a lighter blue. Scroll back up. How about a Caribbean blue? Oh, that one's kind of nice. Or I can do a light blue. And maybe I'll take the heather effect off and see how that looks. Alright, so I kind of like the blue down here that we did before, which was a light blue. But I did like the heather effect, that was just me. And then I'm going to go File, Save As, and this time I'm going to pull it down to JPEG, and I'm going to call it number 2 IW. So now I've got my 2 JPEGs. And what I'm going to do is I just have to drag them into the Illustrator file. So I go back to the Illustrator file. I'm going to click on the t-shirt design. And I'm going to go File, Place, find my first JPEG, click on it, put it in, and then you want to scale it down to fit into the square. So hold the Shift key as you scale. Alright, so that's the first one. And then the second shirt color, I go File, Place, and then grab the second shirt color. Oh, that was the first one. And click on it. It's going to be too big, so you want to hold the Shift key as you scale it. Scale it down. And then where it says no print layer, turn that off. You want to save this, and you want to print it to the color cube. So you want to make sure you print it to the color cube, and then you want to save as. We're going to save it as a PDF. So you're going to pull this down to PDF and then save it in your folder. Make sure it's a high res or high quality, and then you're good to go. Upload your PDF to Schoology under Skills USA, and you're done with your assignment. Thank you.